Oh, okay. Hi guys. I am currently in Boston working on my movie that a lot of you know about from my Snapchats and from my Instagram photos, a couple of them at least. So I'm here, but I know tomorrow is Tuesday, or today is Tuesday, and I wanted to be sure that I could get a video up for you guys. So I know it's been a minute since I've been able to do a Q&A, and I decided, let's do a Q&A for December, our last one of the year. Oh my God, that's so crazy. All right, so nothing fancy here. My camera is actually sitting on top of 2 soup cans, I'll have you know. So that's what we're doing. But I know that it's Tuesday and I want to get a video up for you guys. So that is what I'm doing. All right, so let's jump into this before they call me back to set. First question, at Marina, what are your New Year's resolutions? Ooh, I actually have a video that's gonna be coming up later on in this month about my New Year's resolutions for next year. So I'm not gonna talk much about it now, but stay tuned. Sarah Paola said, which superpower would you like to have? I would like to fly. I would save myself a lot of money on plane tickets. And, you know, if I ever got sick of the snow, I could hop to the sun, you know? One of those. Yeah, I definitely want to fly. Shay's Dimple, at Shay's Dimple, great name. Filming a horror movie, is it as scary as watching one? No. Definitely not as scary as watching them, but I will say it is kind of crazy that I'm shooting a horror movie because I am actually terrified of they're calling me back to set. They're calling me back to set.
Hey.
Hi.
They are ready for rehearsal for scene 67.
And we're back. Fantomali says, what has PLL taught you? At Shay Mitch, it taught me life. PLL taught me a lot. That was one of the best learning experiences I think I've ever had. I mean, it was literally going from 0 to 100 real quick. You know, from everything with having to learn how to deal with my schedule, to prioritizing, to having your lines all set and memorized day after day. I mean, I had never been on a show like that. And I think, you know, because everything happened so quickly for all of us, it was about just getting used to, you know, a very different lifestyle from what I was accustomed to living in Toronto before. So it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about discipline, you saying no. At the beginning, I remember just saying yes to everything, and you know, I got tired very quick doing that. So I learned a lot in those first 2 years, a lot more than I think I've ever learned. What is your best memory of the year? This is from at NoahGirl66. I mean, looking back at this past year, I got to do a lot of cool things. I mean, from shooting my first movie, Mother's Day, to, you know, rapping on PLL and having a very emotional day, but yet celebrating the fact that we had been on air for 7 years, to then, you know, booking the role that I'm doing right now for Cadaver. There were a lot of great moments. Yeah, I don't even know if I could choose one, to be honest. At Emerson Ships Pike. What are the main differences of filming PLL and filming Cadaver? Good question. I don't have my girls here with me. You know, it was nice going to set on PLL and getting to work with, you know, my close friends, my sisters, and this is a very different experience. You know, a lot of it is on my shoulders, and I have a lot of scenes where it's just me, myself, and I. And I think it's just a different vibe. Although it's still amazing, it's just different from PLL. That was a show that I had been on for 7 years. And you know, this is a very new experience for me. But then again, it's like every new experience offers new relationships. And there's so many amazing people that are working on this movie that I've been very fortunate to meet and get to spend time with. So there are different experiences, but they are both amazing. This is from at Honeymoon Shay. What would you call your album if you put one out, and what music style would it be? I would call my album Shea Butter. Shea Butter, living the life I love. What music style would it be? Probably a mix of, like, I don't know, Adele, Alicia Keys, Banks, At 10 Shay Mitchell, chocolate or pasta? I would 100% choose pasta because I prefer salty or savory over sweet. At Butter Shay says, will you have a meet and greet at Sephora in Toronto? I did really want to do one. I promise you guys I did, but unfortunately I couldn't make it happen this year. So maybe next year, because that would be so great to meet you all and get to see how you use those palettes to create your own looks. So, who's your favorite fictional character not on Pretty Little Liars? I would say fictional Olivia Pope, hands down. At Shay featuring Devon, are we ever gonna get a YouTube Shay where you take a dance class? Yes, honestly, I don't know if you know this about me or if we've touched on this before, but I love dancing. I love it. I love watching dancing videos. I can be online and just looking up video after video if I'm ever bored, because they're so entertaining, and it's like a black hole for me. At Benzaholic_PLL, how do you stay always positive? If there's a situation where it's maybe not the greatest, I, make it a great one in my mind. I think mind over matter is something that I've been raised and has always worked for me. I always kind of repeat the mantras, like everything happens for a reason. At Maybe Mermaid 13, which palette by Smashbox is your favorite? I love each of the palettes for different looks. I think the bold is so fun with the really vibrant colors of the rainbow. I've had a lot of fun playing around with that. Day to Day, I like Soft Light. I also really enjoy Matte. And I think Ablaze too has some of my favorite colors. They're just sort of those like desert, warm rust colors that I really like. At Supergirl82, will there be a Shaycation with Lilly? Oh yes, there will. We're trying to plan something right now, actually, sneak peek, for next year. I'm hoping to go somewhere very cool and exciting where we can do a lot of fun things. I really do want to take her. I promised her, Lily, I promised you, girl, and I mean it when I say that we are going to be going on a Shaycation next year. I hope you guys don't mind that video. I know it wasn't fancy or anything. It's just basically my camera, like I said, set up on these two soup cans. I'm not lying. See that? Yes. So there you have it, my Q&A for December. Thank you for sending in your questions as always. I love the fact that you guys get to know me a little bit more as the months go by. And yeah, love you guys so much. Thank you, and I will see you next week. Going back to set.